Hey everyone, Scott Jansen here. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, how do you sound more natural using conversational hypnosis? Well, this is an important question for me and something I can really answer, and it's very, very simple. If you look at more the traditional conversational hypnosis courses, what are they going to teach? Language patterns, suggestions, post-hypnotic suggestions, after hypnotic suggestions, during suggestions, scripts. Essentially, how do you drill language patterns so you sound therapeutic and you can use language to confuse your clients, blah, blah, blah. That's the reason why it doesn't sound natural. The way I'm speaking to you now is the way that I spoke to my clients. Nothing remotely therapeutic, okay? But if I switched my voice and my tone, I started putting in hypnotic language where it doesn't fit, and it really doesn't fit anywhere. I start using suggestions too quickly. I start forcing my client or telling my client they are no longer a smoker or they no longer have anxiety. And I make the switch from real person like I am right now to the more therapeutic person or the hypnotist. It creates resistance. Okay, and resistance, no matter how good your language is or how good your system is very, very hard to break through unless you catch your clients unaware. And believe it or not, that's how you become natural using conversational hypnosis. You don't. Learning more language patterns and more post-hypnotic suggestion doesn't make you sound more natural. The way I tell my students in our A.C.H training is it makes you sound more like a moron. You sound like an idiot. You switch from being a real person, which is very therapeutic in a good sense, to now this hypnotist trying too hard, and a client picks up on that and thinks, why are you talking like that? Or they say, I don't understand your question. It's confusing because you've just riddled them with language patterns for the last 3 minutes. And then the therapist says, I know it's confusing. And they think that as a cue, like, yes, my client's going into trance because they're confused. It's not a good confusion. It's an annoyed confusion. And you'll see this resistance start to build in your client. So to get more natural at using conversation hypnosis, you use conversation hypnosis to ask curious questions, not the language patterns. If you've seen any of our A.C.H demos or been along to our training, there's no language patterns. There's no drilling words. There's no post and pre-hypnotic suggestions. None of that. We're using conversational hypnosis because it's in the language, it's in the title, conversational. We are asking therapeutic and curious and deep search questions to find out what is going on in our client's mind. What is the payoff? What is the root cause? What are the things that are stopping them? What are the hindrances they're having? Whatever it is, and you've probably seen this is what we call a hypnotic demo, the hypnotic interview, but it's nothing remotely hypnotic. If we were to take those hypnotic questions that we teach in our A.C.H training and put therapeutic language or hypnosis or Ericksonian language in it, it would sound ridiculous. It wouldn't have the same effect. So if you want to sound more natural, stop with the language patterns. Learn how to turn your conversation into something hypnotic and therapeutic, and it doesn't require the language. If you want to see that, just go through our YouTube videos and look for any of our A.C.H demos. Anytime I talk about A.C.H, Advanced Conversation Hypnosis, and you'll see some more examples of that. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is the more you try and sound hypnotic, the less natural it'll sound. You'll just sound more like an idiot and less like someone who can help somebody. All right? Thanks for watching, guys.